Welcome back to Good Health Gardens. If you like cereal for breakfast, but sometimes you just want a cookie, this recipe is for you. The great thing about these cookies is you can just eat them alone. You can dunk them in your coffee, or you can even crumble them up into a bowl of milk. Cereal with the goodness of homemade cookies.
Oh, this recipe is filled with healthy ingredients. We're using honey instead of sugar as a sweetener. Crystallized ginger is an optional ingredient because sometimes it's hard to find. I get mine at an Asian market. Ginger is a wonderful digestive aid, and sometimes I just eat a piece of this ginger before a meal. It also enhances the flavors of other ingredients and makes them pop. We're using a standard cookie making method where we mix the dry ingredients together, we mix the wet ingredients together, and then we blend those all together in one big bowl. This method helps to ensure that each cookie has a mixture of all the ingredients. Some nuts, some cereal, some fruit, some of everything. Crush the shredded wheat so that it will blend well throughout the batter. Mix in the oats, then add that to the dried fruits and nuts. Blend everything together really well. You want to taste some of each ingredient in every single cookie. Mix the flour, the baking powder, and salt in a separate bowl and whisk it until it's well blended. This makes sure that your baking soda is well distributed so that each cookie will rise the same amount. Now for the wet ingredients. Add your eggs and your butter together, beat those nicely, then add your honey, your peanut butter, the water, the vanilla, all the wet ingredients. Make sure they're blended well, and you will end up with a nice, smooth batter. I use a hand mixer. Start on slow, turn it up to medium, maybe on high for a few minutes, just to make sure you get a nice, smooth batter. This is what you want. This is what you want your batter to look like. Then you add the flour. Once you add the flour, that's your basic batter, and you're ready to start mixing in the fruits and nuts, all the dry ingredients that you've blended together so beautifully. Once you've mixed all your ingredients together, everything is well blended, you're ready to make your cookies. And I like to use an ice cream scoop. That makes a perfect size cookie for this particular recipe. I line my cookie sheets with parchment paper. That just helps to keep everything nice and clean. I bake these cookies at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. Your oven may vary a few minutes, so check them after about 12 minutes. They'll be nice brown around the edges and starting to brown on the top. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. I hope you make this at home and tell us what you think.